Hey Tiffany, welcome. It's good to see you today. Tell me what's on your mind.
Hi, Lester. Yeah, so I've been working at this new job for a couple months now.
Mhm.
I got a job as a packaging engineer, and I've noticed that almost every single one of my colleagues is a white man, and I've just been having a hard time at work because I just feel like I have to work twice as hard to be taken seriously. Um, and I'm not sure if like I'm imagining things, but I feel like it has to do with me, um, either being a woman or being an Asian woman. And yeah, I'm just like not really sure like what I should do because I like, yeah, I wanna,
Wow,
yeah.
Tiffany, that's kind of a paranoid perspective. All you're packing boxes. I mean, what's the big deal? I guess I don't see a big issue as long as you're able to do the work and you're hired and you're getting paid. And I guess I don't necessarily see a major issue going on with that.
Yeah, so it is an issue for me because I do want to have a voice in my career, and the way we do things, it's not very efficient. And I feel like things could be more efficient if,
Hmm.
like my superiors and my coworkers would listen to the advice and the what I have to say and take it more seriously. Um, but yeah, like it to me, it is like a problem because I want my voice to be heard and I'm just like not really sure what to do because
Hmm.
I genuinely like think it has to do with like my race and also like my gender.
So there are ways in which you don't feel like you're being heard.
Yeah. I like there's like a lot of ways where I don't feel like I'm being heard. Like I think no one has like told me like straight up like, "Oh, your opinion doesn't matter." It's just kind of the behavior that some of my coworkers have. Like they just kind of like I like caught one of my coworkers kind of like rolling their eyes or just like looking away. They just seem very like disinterested in what I have to say. And it just makes me feel like I'm like not like my voice isn't really valued at work. Yeah.
Hmm. So you're kind of feeling small in that setting.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel really small and I know I'm like physically I am pretty small, like I'm only 5'3", but like at work, I have important things to say, and I think what I have to say is like of a lot of value because it could really help our business, like help the business grow and make things
Hmm.
more productive and efficient. But I just think that because of, like how I am perceived by my colleagues, I'm just not taken seriously.
Hmm.
And it's like been really weighing on me. Like I feel almost like sometimes defeated because I'm just like I want to say more, but I just feel like if I'm not taken seriously, like I don't see the point of like having to like keep voicing my opinions.
Hmm. Okay. Tell me more about what that's like for you.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just such like a like I said, like I just feel really defeated at work. And I feel sometimes really sad and almost like helpless. Like
Hmm.
I don't, I can't change my gender. I can't change my race. Like, I don't know what I can do for people to take me more seriously.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I want,
Are
yeah,
you sure? Are you sure you're not kind of making a big deal out of this?
no, I'm pretty sure I'm like not imagining things because, like I said, I've been in this job for a couple months, and at the beginning, I did feel like, oh, like, is this maybe in my head? But then after a couple months passed, I was like, no, like, I really do believe like what I'm witnessing is valid. And
Hmm.
I think if other people were in my shoes and could see how like some of my coworkers have treated me, they would
Hmm.
fully understand like where I'm coming from.
Sure. So you're feeling isolated and um how are you coping with what you're feeling? Or what are you feeling?
I guess I'm just feeling, um, I don't know if like weak is the right word or just like I'm feeling maybe like I'm also feeling like confused on what I should do because I really want people to take me more seriously and I want like I wish like I could change people's minds about how they perceive me and what like I have to say is actually of like a lot of importance and it could really help everyone, not just me. Um, but yeah, it makes me feel kind of sad that I don't really have like any control over the situation. And yeah, that's like why I'm talking to you because I I'm kind of like looking for guidance on how to navigate like this situation and what I should do for people to um just like take me more seriously.
Yeah. So um how um how has our conversation how do you react or how is our conversation to this point? What's your reaction?
Yeah, so from your responses, it does seem like you were kind of minimizing my feelings by like just things you were saying, like if this is like in my head or like the comment that you made about like, oh, you're just like packaging boxes. Like my job is a lot more than that. Like I work for a company that does medical devices and
Hmm.
these devices like save people and the packaging is very important because it has to keep to very like strict standards. And I do take my job very seriously because a lot of people don't really think about, the packages that a lot of these devices come into, like are used.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a really important job and um I think like yeah, there's like things you said that I just felt like you weren't taking like what I said seriously and it was kind of reminding me of how I am at work. Um, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry that I responded in those ways. Um, so um, it's what I hear you saying is at work you want to be listened to, you want to be appreciated, you want your opinions to be valued. You take pride in your work, and you just want to be recognized for your perspective and what you have to offer. Is that Am I hearing you right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
So how do you cope with that challenge? What how are you do you respond in those situations?
Um, so I guess when I'm trying to say my piece about certain things about how we can do things differently, and I don't really hear response or like no one really seems like on board with that, what I have to say, or they're like dismissive about it, I kind of just like stop talking or I don't really contribute that much after because then I
Hmm.
just feel like, yeah, like what I have to say doesn't really matter. And like when I get home, I feel pretty sad about that. And I like journal about it and I talk to like my friends who are also like Asian women and kind of like how they've coped with dealing with things like that. Um, and yeah, it's just kind of hard to be in a space where you're a minority and also like a female and
Sure,
kind of working with like other men. It's really not easy. And yeah, I also just like try to find things online that could help me um figure out like ways I can
sure.
yeah, like
It sounds
speak
like
more to yeah.
it sounds like you are a resilient person and you found friends who care for you and who are willing to help you. And again, I apologize for my my harsh words to you earlier, and I just want to let you know that I want to be here for you to help you, first of all, to deal with whatever emotions and challenges you might be facing, and then hopefully together we can work through some goals. Would you be okay with um, kind of processing this a little bit more at our next session and dealing with what emotions and what actions have worked or haven't worked? Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, let's plan on that then, Tiffany. Thanks for coming in today.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So it
You
was a
did
little bit
really well.
awkward for because I wasn't sure. Well, go ahead. I'll let you start.
Oh no, I think you did really well. Like, you were really good at paraphrasing and reflecting how I was feeling. Um, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I know that like the direction of what we were talking about, I wasn't 100% sure. So I was just kind of talking about like the same issue.
Right. And I wasn't
How
sure
was,
how to. I wasn't sure whether to force your hand to make you talk about the microaggression.
oh,
You were obviously feeling it, but
mhm.
it's like, okay, if we're going to get to this, I'm going to have to just put it on the table. So
Yeah. No,
that's
you did, yeah.
the
You did a really good job at like, um, bringing to light like how I was feeling. I think
okay.
naturally, like I'm not a confrontational person. So like even like in real life, like if someone were to kind of like give
Mhm.
that microaggression, that's like actually like how I would respond. Like, um, yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, why would you say something like that? So I'm
It
glad
felt
that you, yeah, brought it up like that way.
it it felt natural.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I tried to
Yeah.
do it in a soft way.
Mhm.
I
No, it
didn't
was
want
good.
to I didn't want to completely step on your toes,
Yeah, no, you
but
didn't. It
but
was good.
I wanted it to be clear at the same time. So good. I'm glad that felt natural for you. So yeah, in a subsequent session, um, we would just process a little bit more of maybe share some more experiences, a little bit more of the strengths-based aspect of who are those go-to people that can be of help to you in those challenging days when you're feeling small. Um, and what are your coping mechanisms? Um, Gaining confidence, again, it's spending time with people who have diverse backgrounds, and the class has been wonderful in that regard. Just spending time with people, reading about different cultures also um, that are different than our own. I think that's a big way to make that happen. Um, and then answering clients' questions when you don't have the answers. I think it's just being very honest and saying, I don't know. It's okay to not be the answer man or the answer person all the time and say, you know, I'm going to touch base with a colleague and to know that I've got a team of people I think that can build confidence in someone to say, let me bring this to I'm not going to share details about who you are, but um, I'm guessing that there might be a mentor or a supervisor or someone in my world who does have answers to those questions. So seeking out um, answers from colleagues and or um, research, that kind of thing. So I guess those are the ways that I would try to answer questions when the things I don't know in life. Any other responses here?
Um, I don't think so. I think
Okay,
that's it.
cool.